Hey everybody, it's the boy TY of Stone Muscle checking in. How's everybody doing? Uh, Sorry you had to see that. Let's just cover that up a little bit. um, Give me a second. I think my TV just stopped on me. Like I told you before, I like to put in I like to have a movie in. Kind of, kind of jazzes me up a little bit. So for what I'm about to talk about, I don't know if that makes any sense or anything like that, but just ride with me. Um, there's a lot of police killings going on. Um, Not police killings. There's a lot of police killing um, black men. And in the case of the 13-year-old young man, I think his name was Adam Toledo or something like that. Um, it's really hard to talk about because the George Floyd trial is actually going on right now. It's actually taking place right now. And, it's real hard for a black man to step outside his door and not be looked at as we're some kind of criminal or we did something or we're about to do something or we're coming back from doing something. It's very sad. Um, I blame the media 110%. The news agencies and stuff like that. I don't understand why they would just keep scaring the American people into thinking that black men are the ones that are causing the havoc in this world. It's just men. They're just men. Black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican. I mean, I wouldn't put a skin color to it or anything like that. I would just more so say it was their upbringing, how they were raised, where they were raised, who they hung around. So, right now, as the George Floyd trial is going on, it is very, very disturbing to watch because you could see the fear in his face when they dragged him out of the car. He was in the back seat. I guess they had locked him up, but they drug him out of the car and then felt the need to put a knee on his neck and stuff like that, which is which is horrible and it's real hard to look at. Um, I just want to say to um, everybody in America who's listening, who's watching, to do not judge a book by its cover. Just because you see a black man, big black man, short black man, someone who may look suspicious, but deep down inside is probably a Christian or something like that. Just don't um, don't judge us by what you've seen on the news the night before and what you heard, because, like I've said, it's just men in general, women in general. It's not one race. It's not two races who are wreaking havoc on this earth, in this world, in this universe. Like I said, it's just your upbringing. It's just the way that you were brought up, your surroundings, uh, your uncles, your aunts, your friends. You know what I mean? Uh, what you watch on TV. Um, I got a little quick story, then I'll go ahead and break this off. When I was uh, coming home from Glen Mills in 1987, I had a dark side. And what I mean by a dark side is I just was watching nothing but horror films. I wouldn't dare watch it. I wouldn't dare watch a comedian show or Eddie Murphy or Chris Rock or Martin Lawrence. I wasn't into that. So the whole time that I was watching these movies, these horror films, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Hellraiser, just all these horror films, you tend to have a dark side about you, to where as though you almost don't care about nothing. I want to say something like that. But um, shout out to the movie industry. You know what I mean? Because all they want to do is just bring good material to people who are going to watch them, and whatever their genre, whatever it's called. You know what I mean? That's just what they're into. You know what I mean? That they grew up always wanting to be horror directors or scary movie directors, producers, or whatever. But I'm telling you right now, those kind of movies, watching those every day, just I don't know, it just made me feel like I was in the dark. So you know, I think I'm gonna title this George Floyd and scary movies. When I could just basically say scary movies, but it's actually about George Floyd and what I've been seeing on TV and the Adam Toledo young man, the 13-year-old who was killed. Um, it's very very sad. It's very sad. Whatever happened to shooting these guys in the leg? You know what I mean? Just causing a little injury and stuff like that, so they can't run from you anymore. Dante, I think his name was Dante Wright. You know what I mean? Like, you get pulled over for a misdemeanor traffic ticket or a misdemeanor charge or something like that, and the next thing you know, you wind up dead. So, but what I couldn't understand was, what were you running from? What what made you get back in the car while three or four cops were surrounding you? What would make you just like wrestle out of that, jump in the car, and like take off? You knew they were going to chase you. I mean, I don't see. I don't. Some of these things I don't understand because some of them could be avoided. Um. So, um, shout out to George Floyd and his family who have to actually sit in court and watch that tape over and over again. That was their loved one. That was their brother, their uncle, their dad, somebody that they love, somebody that they grew up with, somebody who ate cereal with them, somebody who with the cookouts and stuff like that. You know how hard it has to be to watch him being killed on camera over and over again. So shout out to the family that's got to watch that. Um, I hope that justice is served. Um, I think they already got a settlement. I think it was like $27 million or something like that from the state of Minnesota. So they got a settlement. Money could never bring back your loved one. First and foremost, let me put that out there. Money could never bring back your loved one. But what it can do is ease the burden and the pain and the sorrow that's going to come for years down the line, thinking about your brother, thinking about your father, your uncle, your cousin. You know what I mean? So hopefully, you know, they have from here on out to live a life of, happiness, fun, Disneyland, Jamaica, Amsterdam, traveling all over the world. You know what I mean? And he's going to be looking down on you too. George Floyd is going to be looking down on his family, and he's going to have a big smile on his face. You know what I mean? And probably don't want you to mourn for him for too long, and just enjoy your life. And, just have fun. Just have fun. Have fun. Live your life. Eat good food. Go on expensive trips. Go on not so expensive trips. Don't blow your money on cars and clothes and stuff like that. Try to invest some of that money into stocks and bonds, and you know, and just appreciate and dedicate it to the life that he lived for the short while that he was here. All right, so I'm gonna name this one George Floyd. Um, uh, I wish it wouldn't have happened, but man, I hope nothing like that ever happens again. But you know, this is the world that we live in, and we just have to hope and pray that when we step out the house, when I step out the house today, that I'm not looked at, not sized up, not profiled. What you have in your mind about me. Just let me live my life. Let me walk up and down the store aisles. Let me walk up and down the streets. Let me drive my car. Just let me do things to, I mean, I'm not asking for any trouble, and I don't think any other man out here is asking for trouble. So just live your life. I'm rambling on because I feel real bad about this trial. I when I watch the video, I just can't. I just feel real bad about it. I just feel for this guy, and I feel for his family. You know what I mean? I mean, he was calling out for his mom, for Christ, his mom. So, um, I'm going to close this one out. Shout out to George Floyd and his family once again, and I'll be making more videos. Uh, I'll try not to be so somber and in a bad mood, or in a state of mind to where as though I'm thinking more about George Floyd than I'm thinking about getting information out here to my people who want to listen. So I'm gonna close this out. I'm probably gonna make two more videos after this. I enjoy making videos, people. Um, I can make them every single day, every single night. I always have something to say. Um, I promise I'll stop saying too. But so let's just go ahead and close this one out, and I'll say peace. See you soon.